Healing crystals, skincare routines, knitting a sweater, fitting in jeans. With Katie and Sarah, no need to worry, you're on a lady journey.
That's the only thing I can call it.
Yeah.
Hi and welcome to the Lady Journey, everybody.
Lady Journey.
And shout out to our Patreon members. We will be doing an episode on soups later.
Yes.
We'll be doing soups. So here we are. I'm wearing contacts. One feels as though it's been popping out this entire time, and I've just grown used to it. That's who I am now, a woman who kind of can't open her eye. But I'm hot. I'm hotter.
And that's all that matters.
That's
and
all
I
I
do
care
feel
about.
like if you're hot, you're probably mildly uncomfortable at all times.
You absolutely are.
Just know that.
You
Just
are.
know that.
Just know that. You're cold right now.
I'm
and you wish you had a mock neck. We're all so cold.
Yeah.
Your basement in the winter it's kind of fun down here because it reminds me of being in like New England,
Yes.
where it's like, oh, we're in the
In a
manse.
basement. Well, the drop ceiling. I do not want to know what's above that drop ceiling.
But I do.
Just rats.
Scampering
A
about.
rat. Did you? No, I just found out the terminology rat king.
Oh, really? You just learned that?
Somebody,
Oh,
Carmen
yeah.
Lynch, our comic friend, said that she came across a rat king once, and now I'm obsessed.
Did she really find one? I've never heard of somebody actually finding one.
I looked it up, and I was like, this is one of the most disturbing
Google
things
it.
I've ever seen.
It's horrifically disturbing. It is so. Do not look at the Wikipedia entry. That's what I would
Yes.
encourage you to not do.
I'll let you know what it is briefly. The tails, so I guess rats are just living on top of each other. Their
Yes.
tails can get tangled, which I don't understand because they're not
so
like
disturbing.
hair.
It's so disturbing because then what happens is they basically
Become one big.
and it's not just like two tails. It's like the tails of like a bunch of them, and they get stuck, and then they die. They die like that.
But they start crawling around, right?
They crawl around, and then the tails get all like intertwined. It's just
Lady Journey.
Lady Journey. But now this is post holiday, but still in the winter theme. The Nutcracker. In the Nutcracker, the Rat King. That is what that is. That's
Oh my
why it looks like a
God.
giant rat, and then it's got the heads of the smaller rats. And
That's disturbing that I'm just finding this out now about
Yeah.
the Nutcracker.
well, I'd like to share something because I was obviously involved in a community production of the Nutcracker growing
Obviously.
up, and I was a rat, and I was so pissed. Like, I'm sorry, I can't. Can I be any of the fairies? There's hundreds of fairies, and I'm the rat. I mean, can you imagine like a more upsetting thing for a young girl?
Absolutely. And also, I think when you find out at that age, it's really funny when you find out you're not the attractive one in the grade. Because I remember that where you're like, they didn't even do auditions. They're just like, Emily, you will be Alice, and the rest of you will be whatever weird creature she's run along into. And you're
Yes.
like, wait, why does Emily get to be Alice?
Yeah, it's so awkward.
And you're like, oh, because you guys
she's
think
the
she's
hot
the
kid. She's the hot kid, and we're the ones over here with like juice on our shirts. Like, I guess I'll be the rat with my little glasses.
I know, but that's where you're like, that's the first glimpse in life where you're like, oh, I see where I
think
stand.
I'm plain.
Yeah.
Oh, well, anyway, welcome to Lady Journey,
Lady
everybody.
Journey.
We're so thankful that you've tuned in. Hey, please give us a little subscribe
Yeah,
right down there
like
on our
our-
YouTube.
Join our YouTube. We look at comments.
We
and
look
I
at comments, and
every
we
now and then
read-
I try to come at them,
Yeah,
and then they got me back, and I was like, well played, sir.
well played.
And that's where you realize replying to comments is a waste of time because I was like, I want to fucking dig into this guy right now.
Yeah. Well, then you realize like the person always ends up having way more time on their hands that they're like, I will spend 8 hours crafting
A comeback.
a comeback. And you're like, well, I'm living my life. I can't do this and go to Bed Bath & Beyond 3 times in one day because I keep forgetting something. But we'd like to give a shout out to our incredible, beautiful Patreon members. We've had a slew of new members, so we're trying to get to everybody. And this one is for Gary. Now, Gary, you've got the pyrite cube. Is there anything more majestic than the pyrite cube?
So Gary.
It's so Gary. We love you, and we're so grateful that you're on our Patreon. And now the magical properties of the Pyrite Cube are it aids in harmonizing work situations and relationships, strengthens the will, and gives one a more positive outlook in life. Eases anxiety. Gary,
welcome.
Enjoy it, buddy. Enjoy your new work relationships.
Your Pyrite.
And the next one is for Christina. Christina, you're so incredible, and we're so grateful that you've joined our Patreon. And this is my big hunk of kyanite, which I have dedicated to someone in the Patreon before, but we have had some people come and go, which is fine. You know, that's fine, mostly because of financial reasons, which is what they put on the exit survey. So we can only trust that that's...
At least it's not personal.
It's not personal. It's not personal, but this is my big hunk of kyanite. One of the first stones I ever bought when I came to New York on a trip when I was 17 years old, and I bought this because I got this at Rockstar in West 26, the old one. They told me that this is one of the most powerful stones for meditation because when you touch it, anytime you touch it, it instantly and unconsciously aligns all of your chakras.
Well, it's heavy.
Cool. And it's pretty, yeah.
It's a big presence.
Yes. And that heaviness, you think, whoa.
It's
I'm really holding something.
It's like the gun of the crystal world.
Yes. And it feels like a gun. So, so thank you, Gary and Christina. We got a big one and a little one, but
equally power.
Equally members of our Patreon. So thank you so much.
Keep liking and subscribing.
Keep liking and subscribing. I'm really excited about our topics today. So,
the fourth one's always like the fun.
This is the one where I was like, my throat's kind of hurting, and I think my contact popped out a while ago. I think it's in my eye.
Can you
sideways?
smell my breath?
Yeah.
It's dry.
And we've had no breaks today.
No.
We've had no breaks. Nary a break. But I don't want to take one.
No. Sometimes we're like, let's power through this.
Sometimes when I talk to you, I just feel like I get addicted to talking, and I can't stop.
I am the same way, and I actually feel like I have a real problem of talking a lot, and I've never thought I would be that person. I don't like talking, but when I find someone I connect with, it's like all hours of the night, and I have to be like, we have to stop.
Someone stop us.
And then I go, I chill for about 1 second, and then I'm like, whatever, did you ever think about this?
No, I love it. It's Lady Chats. It's Lady Journey.
Lady Chats, yes.
So now I thought this would be a really fun topic because we haven't done a fashion one in a bit. And as everyone knows, I've been obsessed with my new Gap sweater because I feel like
Gap
mall
speaks
brands, Gap is like Everlane. It's like the Everlane of the 90s.
The original, and it's inexpensive. Although I'm now like, I think Old Navy and Gap are the same thing now.
They literally are the same thing. Well, I remember, because again, mall brands. We're doing all mall brands.
Yes.
So climb aboard the voyage into H&M.
Mm-hmm.
When growing up, I remember thinking Old Navy is shitty, Gap is for rich people, which is great because it gives you clues you into my socioeconomic background that I was like, Gap is the finest in ladies'
You didn't
wear.
even know about Banana Republic.
Banana Republic, to me, I thought that was a designer
Indulgent.
label. Yeah.
Indulgent.
Oh my God. I had a coat from Banana Republic. I begged my parents to buy it for me from the factory outlet when I was a senior in college, I remember. And it was glorious.
Well, I have to say, when I found out that certain clothes are made specifically for factory outlets, I was devastated.
Livid.
I thought the factory outlet clothes was finally the great stuff has come down to my level.
Yeah.
But what I found out, they purposely make poor stuff.
Is there no end to the manipulation?
Yes.
That the capitalist
Can we stop?
society.
Can you let us have something?
Let us have something. Well, I would rather, this is honestly true. I'm so past the outlet time in my life right now. Like, yes, it's fun to go to like an outlet where you're like, oh my God, Tumi. Like, okay, I could have a Tumi bag. No one will know.
Yeah.
No one will know that
cares.
it's falling apart inside, just like me. Like what an analogy. But like, I'd rather just go to a regular mall, not a sad mall. Mostly I do a lot of my mall brand shopping online now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I love it to get a Gap. Like I did some Gap Black Friday shopping just because I went online. I thought like I do live by a Gap, and I went in and then I just looked at a few things, and then I ended up just going home and ordering it later because it gives me It gives me the space and time that I need to be like, do I really want this, and does it really fit in my wardrobe?
Yeah, it's a process.
Yeah.
I have to be like, try it on, and if I'm still thinking about it a few days later, then it means I should go get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you do need to try on like pants and stuff, like definitely. But sweaters, it's gonna fit your shape.
Yeah. But can I just say, this has been a thing that I've noticed lately and I get bummed about. So Instagram ads, and I get a lot of mall ads targeted to me. So I get Old Navy and some Gap. And I'm looking and I'm like, oh my God, I love it. I just speaking to my soul right now. This is what I want to wear. Then I'm like, oh, I'm by a Gap or an Old Navy. I'll go check it out. And then I'm like, well, how come the clothes don't look good?
Yeah.
I get there and I never want to buy anything once I get there.
Now, Old Navy, I feel like the stuff that isn't basics at Old Navy, I kind of can't get behind, because it's like, it's always like loud prints. And then it's like, you don't want to be running into the other woman who got that from Old Navy like the next week. And you're like, well, we know what you've been up to. But Gap is likewise, I think like, they do still have a lot of really thin models for Gap. It's like very like the white woman that boats.
Yes.
Like that's their brand, even though they are like kind of discount. Like,
I'm the cool, pretty, crunchy girl.
hey, I'm a mom.
Yeah.
And so I think like they don't make their clothes for like all types. I think they make it for like a like wealthier certain type of like flat chested woman that is just like also hot and then like looks really good in basics.
Yes.
You know? And that is kind of what I like about the Gap, because I do like basic clothes.
Me too. That's
I'm just
all I
like I'm in like a phase right now where I'm like, I just want to be kind of plain with my wardrobe and be kind of norm core.
I get that way. Well, sometimes I'll see, a Revolve or a Reformation where you're like, ooh, spicy tops. And you're like, I want to wear that. And then I realize I will be cold in all of it.
Yes, you'll be freezing.
I'll have the breast part will be out here. You know what I mean? It never fits properly. And also, I don't go anywhere.
Right. I know. It's like a certain type of like, I think in New York, looking understated and kind of like wearing like the all black, like chic, like that is kind of the uniform for like Friday night. And so if you're going to go outside of it, you really have to commit to it. Like I'm wearing a neon ruched top from BB. Remember BB, Bebe?
Yeah, I never know how to pronounce it.
Never knew, but they had so much ruching in there, and there was something about it. Like when I see ruching,
it was like sex trafficking was happening.
Yes,
there.
it did. It did feel like.
Am I getting sex trafficked?
It's like, this is my dress
to
for
myself.
homecoming.
Yeah.
So much
I'm
ruching.
ready.
Something about ruching. It just. I think I just discovered it at a certain
it's
age.
What sluts wear.
It just felt like it just felt like so fashionable to me to like have your clothes scrunched on the side. I don't know. Now, what do you think? What's your top 3 favorite mall brands?
Top 3. I'll go through it. So Gap.
Definitely. Love it.
I love an American Eagle.
Ooh,
add an Aerie next to it.
Aerie, their underwear. I have gotten a lot of great pieces from
Better
Aerie.
than Victoria's Secret.
Oh, by far.
I think they took the Victoria's Secret market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Victoria's Secret, I mean,
$40
we all know,
for
we
a
all
shit
watched the
bra.
documentary.
Yeah. And they're trying to make a comeback. Have you seen their ads? You're like, it's a little too late, Victoria's Secret.
You're the original body shaming.
Yeah.
It's like,
oh, now you're all sizes. I know you.
I know you. And plus, I wear granny panties anyway.
Yeah. So you lost me again.
I do love an Aerie, I have to say. Like, they have a really great, like, Aerie has stuff that it's like basic, but it's like just a little bit different, like just a touch like tapered, like a cool, unique taper that you're like, oh my God, yes.
Also very comfortable yet cute or sexy.
Yes.
PJs, a lot of comfort wear, a lot of good workout wear.
Oh, yeah, sweatsuits.
Yeah.
Love a sweatsuit.
So I'm a huge Aerie. Or American Eagle, and there used to be one by Union Square. I don't know if it's still there.
I used to always go to the one
Stop by there.
I think it was like uptown. I would go there after therapy as my treat for myself. And now I'll be buying a pair of shorts.
Yes. I'm trying to think. I think I'm a huge lover of the J. Crew with their new creative director. I really like her stuff.
I feel like
It's still expensive though.
She's instrumental in bringing back mall brands into popularity because they are having like a renaissance, and you realize like, oh, mall brands, it used to be like so like suburban, and now it's almost like chic in a way.
Yeah.
You know?
I also I like their Instagram ads or like what they sell, and I follow their blogs, but I like Nordstrom's.
Yeah. Oh, I love Nordstrom. Nordstrom is such a classy department store. And I love a department store where you're like, we're just going to spend all day in here. We're going to hit see what's up. And Nordstrom has really great sales sometimes in the shoes, especially.
They do. And I like Nordstrom because not only do they do quite a bit of high end, they have a lot of stuff that's reasonably priced.
Yeah.
Like, I think they have their own brand.
Yes.
That's decent.
They have a lot of discounted stuff there too.
Yeah.
I've gotten a couple pieces like years ago from Nordstrom on discount that I still have that I'm like, I'm never going to get rid of this, like a chiffon mini dress. Like I'll never get rid of it. Okay. My top three, I'm going to say, number one, Gap is number one for me. I don't know. I'm just really, really into the Gap right now. And I think it's just because I really like normcore basic stuff.
Everything's always on sale there too.
Everything's always on sale. This sweater, $35.
Yeah.
And I love that about it too. And I feel like at the Gap too, like they do have stuff that fit my body type well. Flat chested again. Thank you. And, so Gap's number one, close second H&M. I love an H&M. I just feel like when you go into H&M, they have every style, they have every genre of clothing that you could ever need.
Yeah.
Where you're like, anything that you need. I mean, I wouldn't get like a great piece there that I was going to wear to like something where I might see another person that shopped at H&M.
Yes.
And I definitely would never get footwear there.
I always like getting accessories from H&M.
Accessories or like a cute top or like swimwear. There's swimwear.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Yeah, it's not really falling apart.
It's staying together. They had a great swimwear selection last year where it was like they just had like hundreds of colors. It was like every color of the rainbow, and the way that it was displayed. I love the displays in H&M. That's something about it. It's like the huge open spaces, the white like chunky blocks, like the white like solid mannequins.
Can I just say their sizing there is horrific.
Oh, the sizing is terrible.
Don't know. I could be a size 4 to a size 10.
Yes, the sizing is.
It hurts my feelings too sometimes.
It's a crime.
Yeah. Like, and it annoys me because like I have to go try on their clothes when I'm there.
Yeah.
But the lines are so long. Yeah.
I know. You always see like a boyfriend with like a handbag just like hating life, just scrolling,
You're
angrily scrolling. Now, H&M, I will say they have pants that I don't love. I don't love the pants there. They have like a lot of, I would probably not get jeans there. They have like a lot of like slacks, like business wear pants that you would think like, oh, like this would be like really good for me. And then, you know, they have the range of like from really cheap to like wearable, you know, but I've just never found slacks there that I've been like, these are my slacks.
Yeah.
I've always been like, these fit weird. I don't know. I think it may be better to go like a little bit higher end. But that brings me to my third favorite mall brand, Levi. Are you kidding me? Levi is the best.
Yes.
The best jeans.
Yes.
I mean, like, would you consider them designer?
I think there's a resurgence, especially the like vintage stuff that they have.
Yeah.
They're just, at least I feel like you know what you're getting. At least you know you're getting good denim.
You're getting good denim, and it's going to last for years and years.
Yeah.
Like, I would never get denim at like H&M or something.
No.
Or
I've
like,
gotten denim at H&M, and they always do like a weird shading on it that looks cheap, and then the material is thin. It's almost like a legging is what you're wearing. It always looks good on the models, but like when you try it on, you're like, this is cheap. The other thing with H&M that I've had, I'll get sweaters there, and they're bad material that they don't last a wash.
Yeah, that like cheap acrylic.
Yes,
Yeah.
it gets all wrinkly.
It's like starting to pill. Yeah.
Yes.
That is one reason why H&M is definitely my second favorite brand because they're good if you go like the higher price point. You have to go like spend the money at H&M and not just get like Forever 21 was like that too. I remember where it would be like they have like those super cheapo that's gonna like fall apart immediately.
Yeah.
And then they have like a little bit more expensive that will last a year, you know?
Yes. I've gotten like I bought a black denim jacket from H&M and there's like nothing wrong with it. And it was you can't tell what brand it is or anything, and I know it's not going to fall apart.
That's the stuff that you get at H&M. That's the stuff that you get at H&M. It's perfect. I've gotten a couple great jackets from there as well.
I'll do some t-shirts. I'll do like athletic wear from there, like your regular stuff, but I'm with you on the slacks. I have never had success, and even sometimes they're fancier tops or losing shape.
But I do like them for like socks, underwear, all that basic stuff. I would totally get there.
I like jewelry and I like sometimes purses and like shoes and stuff like that.
H&M is like that's the place you want to go. Like if you wake up one day and you're naked and you don't know where you are, you're like, get me to an H&M.
Well, I've had
something's happened.
Like you get a last minute text to do Whiplash and you're in the city and you're like, I don't have anything and I'm walking dogs all day, so let me stop off at H&M and get something.
Or I have done that actually. Or like if it gets like that first day of fall and it's like chilly and you're like, I need a sweater.
Yeah.
H&M.
Go to
grab
H&M.
a sweater.
You know.
Now.
Yeah. Go to.
Oh, sorry.
What's your other ones?
Well, I was going to say Levi, I really love the style of Levi. The thing that I love about it, which again is like into my normcore world right now, they are like kind of androgynous. They have like, sometimes you see guys wearing stuff and you're like, man, he looks great in that. And I love like the silhouette, and I almost like love dressing androgynous as like a power move, you know, of like highlighting my beauty by dressing down.
I don't need to accentuate my curve.
I'm wearing the same thing. Although I did see like at the cellar one night, I bought this jacket from Levi's and I was like at the cellar and it was like Dov Davidoff, TJ, and then like a third guy, and they all had the same jacket on that I just bought from Levi's. And it's like that classic, just like bomber, like windbreaker.
Yes.
And I was like, maybe I shouldn't be wearing this here because I don't want to look like I am one of the guys.
Well, I had that once, like an all-female showcase, and we were all wearing like pretty much the same jeans, shirt, leather jacket, sneakers, and I'm like, oopsie doodles.
No, I love a leather jacket though.
know.
It's so chic and it's so like simple. That's what I love. I love that about Levi's too, where it's like simple. It is, and their stuff is pretty high quality. Like I get a lot of stuff there, and
their jeans are now expensive. They're near the $100 range.
Yeah, but I get them on discount though, because I do because I know my sizes with them. I shop online for them. Because right now, like they're always having sales.
Yes. I always see them like selling them on 8th Avenue, and you're like, are those the same?
Oh my
Levi's,
God.
or what style are these?
I'll take some.
Yeah.
Where's the changing room?
They look like jeans that undercover cops wear in New Jersey.
Would you consider Target a mall brand?
No, because that's its own thing.
It's its own thing, and I don't think their clothes is very good quality there. I think they're kind of shitty. Even though I'm wearing a shirt from Target right now, but I do get like long sleeve shirts there.
I go in there with high hopes. I've seen stuff like I go to their shoe department. I like their athletic area, their nightgown pajama area. Some bathing suits, that's a pass.
I do have a swim top from Target that I love though.
Yeah.
But I got it like one of those like mix and match that I wear like with black bottoms.
But I've seen stuff that I've seen friends of mine get stuff from there, and I'm like, that's cute. And then I go there, and it's like their inventory always feels different. Where I'm like, how come that's not there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do. They really only have that one brand there right now, which is like, it's kind of like a millennial, or like not a millennial, it's like a Gen Z, like, I think it's called like Universal Threads or something, where they have like ultra cheap t-shirts, but they're so cheap. It's great if you're like, I need to grab a couple t-shirts and I'm here, but like they're the type of t-shirts that like you wear it one time and then it just has armpit stains for the entire rest of the time that you have it. You're like, is this fabric
or the
that
neck,
you can clean?
has lost its shape.
Stretched out. Yeah.
I think shopping for like kids clothes, because I think you can find better stuff for them there that's cute. I just don't think I've seen anything from Target lately that I'm like, yes, I like their accessories.
Yeah.
That's about it. But clothes-wise, no. You know which one I do like is Zara, but I like their ads. And then when I go to the store and then I touch the material and the buttons are falling off, I end up losing respect.
Yeah, I also feel like Zara is like too high fashion for me. And
Yeah.
like I can't be wearing like bell bottoms and like take myself seriously right now. Where I'm like coming through, or like Zara, you always see something that's like something with like gigantic like sleeves, you know. And it's
Yeah.
just like, am I a person who has like I'm like a sleeve woman now? Like I just can't.
It feels like, hi, I'm selling real estate on the Upper East Side. Like, it's
I'm here.
yeah, it's there are
my
times where I'm like, this is too much, but I've seen stuff lately where I'm like, that does look, they have stuff that I fantasize, my daydreaming of what I would wear to a Christmas party.
Yeah.
If I got invited to a great Christmas party.
And if you weren't going to be freezing.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's never the case.
Yeah,
so
like,
I'm
a
just like,
sheer one piece. Like, makes sense.
well, I was thinking about this the other day because where was I? I think I was walking through H&M or going through some store, and I was like, God, there's so many cute going out outfits. And I remember being in my 20s, she should go to a store and I would randomly buy a going out outfit and I would end up wearing it. But I'm like, if I bought a going out outfit,
Yeah.
it would stay in my closet for a year.
Yeah. Yeah. I think somebody
I used
wrote.
to backlog going out outfits.
Yeah, somebody wrote in on the Patreon about this, which I thought was so funny, that they were like, you know, you always just like you start like
Oh, I think it
I'm
was
ready
Shelley,
to go
right?
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just like end up in jeans and you're like, okay, well, I'm going.
Yeah.
Because that was the last time. I remember the last time I like went out, I like planned like a week. It was when I went to the stand party and I was like, I'm going to dress hot because me and Mike were going to go together. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go out and have a couple of glasses of wine.
Statement.
I'm going to make a statement. I'm going to wear a big old necklace. And then I just wore jeans.
Yeah.
I think I wore like heels and like, but then I just had like a black t-shirt and jeans. And I was just like, I don't like being overdressed. It just feels like I don't want to call attention to myself.
I always
dress it down, you know?
It's easier. I'm more comfortable. I'm always worried if I dress up or wear something challenging.
Yeah.
There's a nip slip happening.
Yeah.
I'm cold. Or or I feel stupid, or I'm getting somebody or a comic says one comment to me and it's derailed me.
Yeah, they're like, okay, Captain Planet. You're like, what? Okay.
You're like, I guess wearing 2 gold bangles on my wrist was a lot.
It was too much of a risk.
I always joke when we go to a comics hang, like this time to go hang out with a lot of comics. I'm going to put on my new big hat.
Hey, everyone. Notice anything?
No, that's like, I know you, in the comedy scene, you have to start off that way. You cannot be like, hi, guys, I'm wearing this now.
Yeah. Now, what do you think about the new Gen Z goth revival?
I'm into it. Everyone's playing the Jen Ortega dance sequence in the new Wednesday Addams TV show on Netflix.
Love it. I've always been into Wednesday Addams.
Love her vibe. And that Addams family is like the ultimate. They're the most loving family. And people were playing old clips of Wednesday Addams from like the
Christina
50s
Ricci.
or 60s.
Oh, even before, yeah.
And when that girl was dancing, I would like blew my mind how great her dancing was back. And we were like, this is actually ahead of her time.
Oh, good for her.
You can see it on YouTube, the original, but like that, I guess Jen Ortega incorporated some of her moves into this new dance sequence.
Yeah, Jen Ortega's just really stunning. She's like on her way up.
Super cute.
So cute.
Yeah.
She's on her way up to fame. And of course, everyone knows I Loved You.
Yes.
She is in season 2. She's in season 2.
Yeah, I guess, this seems to be her breakout.
Molested by Crystalia.
Oh, we always, the role.
We love her in that. But yeah, so I've always been into, I love the macabre. I feel like I'm goth in a way, even though I don't ascribe to the fashion constraints. But a goth is just finding beauty in things that are dark and macabre, and we do.
Yes, I think I'd like to say that I'm goth inside.
It's too much commitment for me, but I do love, there's nothing that I love. I'm more like goth in the way of like chic New York, like just wearing black. You know? That's my particular genre of goth.
Yeah, I can't pull off wearing a black lipstick. It would age me.
I went to a goth theme party one time and I did wear a black lipstick and it was kind of fun for a while. It's fun until you like want to eat anything. And then you're like, are my teeth blacked out right now? I've just had a vodka soda and it feels like it is all over my face.
But I do like the aesthetic.
Love it. I love the aesthetic of it. But the makeup for me is just too high maintenance and it's too much.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's too much for other people. Like for other people it's amazing.
But like for me, I think about it, like I do want to wear black velvet dresses.
Yes, a black velvet baby doll dress with like a very thick eyeliner.
Oh my God. And then and like a purse that could be a coffin.
Oh, love a coffin purse. I saw one the other day on the subway and I was like, do you?
You know, my sister and I have a theory that bro dudes are secretly in love with goth girls.
They always are. I'm 100%
it's a weird
on board.
Infatuation I've seen over time.
Because the goth girl, like the trope of the loner goth in like film and TV is always such that it's like the girl who she's like weird and she doesn't fit into the constraints of society, but then like the bro dude, that's where he lives. Like he's on the team.
He's tired of it.
He wants to break free and go listen to The Cure.
Yeah, but he can't. And then also I think it feeds into his fantasy of like, maybe I can elevate her into this world.
Oh yes, yeah. The what was that movie? 10 Things I Hate About You. Was that where they do the makeover and she just takes off her glasses? And that's me. That's what I have done.
Because over the years there's been like, I remember Brody Jenner was dating Avril Lavigne.
Yeah,
who I feel like is kind of a fake goth.
She's more of like a punk kind of. Yeah,
a industry plant goth.
Yeah.
But. Yes, I love Wednesday Addams.
I like to go goth as a vibe for my Instagram for my when I do my road to hot.
Yes,
which I'm already on.
Well, there was a brand of dress that came out. I think it's the wife of Nick Cave, who's also ultimately goth. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, and the designer is called Vampire's Wife.
Ooh, love it.
And I wish I could show you the dress, but she had a little H&M jewelry line for a little bit, and it would be like a dagger, like the charms would be like a dagger, like an envelope.
Stop.
Yeah,
I love it.
And then like red lipstick, but the dress was like kind of like what Morticia would wear.
I love it. I love vampire stuff too, and I do think that has to do with the goth revival. Is the people love what we do in the shadows, you know. But I like that style of goth a little bit more than like the '90s goth of like white face paint. I love like an old time, like an ancient velvet blazer. Like that can also be goth, like dark burgundy, dark emerald.
Well, I liked that dress that Jen Ortega wore to that prom, where it looked like something you would wear in the 18th century at a saloon, a funeral.
So fabulous. Yeah. I love it. I love all of it. And I would get black hair again if I was. I mean, I could see myself like going for a goth aesthetic, just like a plain.
I think we should try a goth look for this show.
Oh my God, let's do it. For bonus.
Ashley and I did a goth. We did a goth theme for at home film festival, and I was like, oh, I'm living this look because I actually kind of had. I would wear black tights, denim shorts, and then like a chunky Mary Jane. And I felt like that was my goth look in high school. And I always was like, that was my favorite look. But there's a time period where you're like, can I wear that still?
Oh my God, I think you can if you just get behind the fact that you're goth.
I'm just gonna tell everyone I'm goth now.
Well, I had black hair. I had short black hair when I was in college for a little bit.
I think you could pull it off. You could put a little dark shadow to give you a little tired look underneath.
Yeah, and I love.
It would look good.
One of my all-time favorite film characters is Mrs. White from Clue, played by, now I'm blanking on her name.
Not Madeline Kahn.
Yes, it is Madeline Kahn.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. And she's got beautiful black bob, and then her
Yes.
dress, she's got a black,
And her red lip.
beautiful and red lip, and she's just, and so I feel like that's kind of the direction I would go in, where it
Older
would be
goth.
like a little bit, a MILF,
Yeah.
MILF goth, if you will.
I think that's a good one. Do you consider? I actually think sometimes Stevie Nicks goes into that goth world.
She's very witchy.
She's very witchy.
She's very witchy,
but she's almost like a fairy witch.
She's a little more, I think, like in the pagan like world.
Yes.
Where goth is, I think we're splitting hairs here, but goth is more like a loving Halloween.
Yes.
Loving Halloween time. But
the dark side.
Christmas is goth, I think, because it's like everything is dead. You know, it's a gothist season.
Yes.
Everything's dead. It's death all around us.
Christmas is goth.
Yeah, it gets dark at 4:30, and you just live in the nighttime.
Yes.
And those are the only two things I've thought of. But
I really do love vampire movies. And
love
there's
it.
one that I just watched with a great soundtrack. It's an Iranian film, but I think they shot it in Texas. It's called Girl Walks Home Alone at Night.
oh, it sounds so great.
The look in that is really good. Everybody looks great. And then they're all Iranian. So they all have like black hair. So it kind of like fits in that thing. And then the other one I like is Tilda Swinton.
Jim Jarmusch.
Yes.
Oh, I'm obsessed with that one.
What's it called? I forget. Love, the oldest lovers alive, or the only lovers left. So they're like a
forget what
vampire
it's called,
couple
yeah.
that took 100-year break or something.
Yes. And the costuming in that movie is so interesting. Like, one thing I love is like they wear these incredible leather gloves.
Yes.
I always wanted to find leather gloves like that.
I know
they're
where you
just-
can.
Really?
My friend is friends with the girl that runs a wig factory in New York called Wing and Weft. And they do all the gloves for every TV major show.
Oh my God.
I'll have to take you there. 'Cause,
Oh my
like,
God,
these
Wing
gloves
and
are amazing.
Weft.
Yeah.
We have to do a tell-all
Yes.
of the Wing and Weft. Wow, that's so cool. I wonder if they do merkins. They probably do.
I don't know.
I remember they had a lot of merkins in Boardwalk Empire.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah, because
I've only heard about it, and then I never felt like I've ever seen that product. It's the pubic hair.
it's a pubic wig.
It's a pubic wig.
I think it's funny that they call it a merkin.
Yeah,
little
to me, is that a Jewish terminology? It feels very Jewish
It feels
to
like
call
it
it a
does
merkin.
sound like gherkin.
Yeah.
Which is it does feel like from the old world of like Jewish like cinema, like
But an American.
get a merkin.
No, we're just doing
my God.
stereotypes.
Well, sorry.
We're back.
And happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, that movie's really good. I actually wish they just did a TV show of their life. They went to Turkey, which Turkey also feels like
so
goth.
interesting and foreign. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the husband was in Detroit and then she was in Turkey. God,
Yeah.
I love that film. So
Good
great.
soundtrack and fun, just like a fun world that they created.
Love
and the
it.
style in that is really good too.
Yes, I love like goth style. I don't think it needs to necessarily be all black. It's like one genre. I like the vampire gothic
does.
style too.
I've heard that steampunk is a derivative of goth.
How
and I
interesting.
can see it and I'm like, God, steampunk is so cheeseballs.
I always found it to be really cringy.
Doesn't it feel like it's the male, like groomers do steampunk? I guess because the pickup artist on VH1 always had a steampunk look.
It does feel some kind of like weird masculine fantasy to me. I don't know why I dislike it so much. I don't
do
like the
too.
aesthetic of it. I don't like burgundy leathers. I don't like tight fitting burgundy
hats with
leathers
goggles.
and like a monocle. Yeah, it's something that's really weird about it to me, and it just really rubs me the wrong way. And it's also like, it is technically a genre of science fiction because it's like this
Yeah.
is how we would be if we had no electricity and we just use steam.
Yeah.
But it's like, why do we care?
But why is it like the weirdest guys are
It's like-
steampunk? I always
Yeah.
feel like I'm about to get molested.
Yeah, it feels like Williamsburg. Like you come up upon a guy with like a giant mustache, and he's like 26, and you're like, Why
Yeah.
is your mustache so big like that? And what do you want from me?
I know, and they're just cryptic.
Riding a unicycle.
Yeah, you're like, what does
Speaking
this
in
mean?
poems.
Yeah, like, I
Good
don't-
day, milady. You're like, please just sell me the seltzer water.
Yeah, get in the real world. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. We've done so much fashion. Today. Last topic. I am actually looking into buying some new glasses.
Okay.
So my eyewear trends. This is the trend watch for eyewear. What I've noticed is everyone's going bold, like 2020. I feel like 2021 was all about like the thin.
The Dahmer.
Yeah, it was. Well, like
that's a tipping point for
people
me.
love the aviators, but like you really have to.
I don't have that face.
You have to have an awareness of what your face shape is. You cannot just run out like Mike had some. No, like you got it. You look like you are arresting me.
I still to this day don't feel like I know what the right eyewear shape is for my face.
You have to try a lot of glasses on. Like I know for me, like circle is good. I know for me also like light colors are good. Right now it seems like 2021 was all about like the small metal frames. Like 2022 and I think as going into 2023 is all about huge bold frames. Like
yes.
I see them everywhere now. I'm kind of thinking about getting a gigantic pair of emerald frames.
Okay.
I reordered my same ones that I have, which are like the light pink, of course. And I get a lot of compliments on those because I know like light colors are good. And those are like bold enough that but everybody wants like, it's all statement pieces with glasses now.
Well, I want, because I've decided, like I like Natasha Leggero's eyewear.
Mm-hmm.
And I also feel like, you know, I don't want to do Botox, but I would love to get into shaded eyewear as my journey into older lady.
Yes. And
I
as you
love
grow
that
older, it's
look.
like, yeah, like the iris apfel, like the gigantic.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
the
fun.
gradient where I can go in and out, indoor, outdoors easily. And then also a light rose on my eyes so you can't tell I'm wrinkling.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Now, do you wear glasses at all?
I like wearing sunglasses, but I don't, at this point, I do not need eyewear for medical reasons. Now, what is your take? We have friends, and I call them vanity glasses.
Yes.
That wear them. Some people are like, it's handicap appropriation.
That's hilarious.
Because I'm like,
it feels
well, it's not like I'm showing up in a wheelchair because I think I look good in
Hi,
it.
does this look good on me? Well, I had a joke about it at the time that was like, well, my hearing aid, totally for style.
Yeah.
You know, like what? But I think, well, I feel like that was kind of, I noticed a lot of people doing that a few years ago, like wearing the fake glasses. And now it feels like it's kind of gone out of fashion. But I just don't think, I think you do look good with glasses if you need them.
I think my theory is, especially for guys don't really get to wear makeup. And I do think like a bold frame is their way of accentuating their eyes without makeup. It's eyeliner for your face.
I say go for it. Get a vanity pair.
Don't care because it's not like anybody who's being like, do you really need to wear those? Like what? That person also is toxic.
Yes.
That's our
called
same,
out.
Yeah, that's
like,
the same friend that's like, are you wearing dupes?
Yeah, right, totally. I think it's like they just want to have something interesting to take down.
Yes, they're just being shitty to you.
Wear the frames. Get those big, bold acrylics. Make your statement. The only thing about getting a giant statement pair of glasses is you will see somebody with the same pair. Like I see everybody with,
and you have to fight each other.
That means you have to fight. You have to have a showdown. I see everybody with the Warby Parker. Like Warby Parker, they add like a few new frames this season, and then you see everybody with them. That's why I don't like Warby Parker. I think they kind of suck. But the other thing is like when you get a pair of statement glasses, it's like they have to match everything. Like those light pink ones I have, like those I can wear them with anything.
Yes.
Green, I don't know.
Does it not go with? Weird.
Yeah.
Well, because Joe got me this bag upstairs and it's got like a mustard color and then a navy blue. And it's odd. The other day I was thinking, you know what? This purse, you wouldn't think it, but it actually goes with a lot of stuff because of it's kind of muted.
I love that bag.
Yeah.
It's so lovely. And the shape of it is beautiful.
It's structured. But that's why I was thinking, I think sometimes we could think maybe green doesn't work, but maybe it would.
Maybe it does.
As like an accent piece.
I might pull the trigger on it. Just come in with gigantic eyewear.
I want you to. I also want to come in with gigantic.
Oh my gosh! No glasses this session. Next session, all glasses.
Session.
Yeah.
Well, I got those when you're on the computer that you need those.
Oh yeah, the blue light blockers.
But I like wearing them because then I feel like I'm smart, and I actually don't feel like my eyes are disintegrating because I'm on my computer. I don't know.
Smart. I love it. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in today. You have been fashioned.
Yes, Lady Journey.
Lady Journey.